Yo, what's up, you guys? This is my speech. This is my live audience. He's enjoying some food I actually just prepared. There's also a live audience behind that camera right there from Chris. And yeah, let's have some fun, you all. So the speech title is The Beauty of a Bechamel. So boys and girls, we can all think about amazing foods that we love, right? Think of like mac and cheese, Alfredo, home-style gravy. These are comfort foods that can turn a really bad day into a really good day. And for most home cooks, it might seem intimidating trying to tackle these dishes, but my exciting news for you is that if you know the backbone of these dishes, which is the bechamel, you can knock these out with ease. And so today I'm going to be teaching you, number one, what a bechamel is. I'm going to be teaching you, number two, how to prepare a bechamel, and number three, how to apply your knowledge of bechamel into creating some amazing dishes for those around you. So number one, what is a bechamel? Well, a bechamel is one of the 5 French mother sauces. The French mother sauces are the foundation sauces of French cooking. These include velouté, espagnole, tomato sauce, bechamel, and a hollandaise sauce. These are the backbones of French cooking, and a bechamel is one of them. A bechamel is a cream, it's a butter and a flour-based sauce that you add cream to, and then you heat it up until it thickens. And what it is it creates a thickening, creamy agent to whatever you're preparing. So we are going to learn how to make that all together. And honestly, a bechamel is really easy to prepare if you follow basic instructions. So let's stop talking, let's get into cooking, and I'm going to teach you how to prepare this dish. So number one in preparing a bechamel is you always want to gather your ingredients first. So in French there's a term called mise en place. It means everything in its place. And so you want to gather your ingredients first. So I have gathered here 1 1/4 cups of milk. I have 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, some black pepper and some salt here and ready to taste. I've already gathered 2 saucepans, one here and one here, so I'm ready to go. So number 2, we are going to prepare this bechamel. So first things first, we're going to turn this pot right here on to about medium-high heat, right there. And we are going to add our butter. So we got 2 tablespoons of butter. And what we want to do is we want to melt this down, if you want to get in there. So you should see your butter shouldn't brown, but you want to just get it melted down first. As soon as it's melted down, we are going to add our flour to it. An important tool that you need to have is a whisk too. So make sure you grab your whisk when you're gathering your ingredients to prepare this. So right now we're just waiting for this butter to melt down. I'm going to turn our heat down just a touch, and I'm going to use my whisk to kind of help this butter work out a little bit. Once your butter is melted, our second step is we are going to add our flour. So equal parts butter to flour when making a bechamel. So here goes my flour. We're going to knock that right in there. And we're just going to whisk this together. And what you'll notice is it's going to start thickening up. Just like that. And you want to stir this constantly until this paste that you're seeing right here is formed. Okay, so stir constantly, vigorously, get in there until you've got a nice paste formed. Okay, what you're doing is you're actually cooking some of that floury taste out. So while that goes, we're actually going to turn this way down, and we're going to add our milk, 1 1/4 cups of milk, into our other saucepan, and we're going to turn this on to medium-high heat. And what we're looking for is just a simmer on the milk. So when you think simmer, think you want to see some steam coming off of it. That's what your simmer is. So we're just going to wait for that. As we do that, we're going to keep mixing around this right here. So this is called a roux, and a roux is the base of a bechamel. It's just butter and flour, and what a lot of chefs will do is they'll prepare a roux, and you can wrap this in plastic wrap and pop it into a refrigerator, and just pull this out and add your cream or milk to it anytime, and you have an instant bechamel. So in most professional kitchens, you'll find a basic roux on hand at all times, which is awesome. So we're starting to get a little bit of movement on our milk. So we just kind of have to wait for this. I've chosen a really wide pot because for the sake of time, we want to get this heated up real nice and quickly. So as you can see, we're starting to get some bubbles forming right there, okay? And you notice there's steam, right? That's that simmer that we're looking for. So as soon as that's set, we're gonna turn this back on and we're gonna add our milk. Okay. There. Now, we're gonna whisk pretty vigorously. Okay, medium-high heat. You're gonna whisk vigorously. And this is really when you're gonna have to kind of work for it, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be afraid of the heat, you gotta get in there. Basically, as this cooks, what you're gonna start to notice, if you come in on here, you're gonna notice it's thickening up. If you wanna come in. So it's gonna start to tighten, and you're gonna whisk this until you can physically feel it tighten, which takes a little bit of work. It's okay. We're getting very, very, very close. Whew. You can't stand the heat. All right, so while that's finishing thickening up, I'm gonna tell you about some of the applications for this. Some 3 basic dishes that you can apply your knowledge of a bechamel to. Dish number 1, macaroni and cheese. You would follow this exact same process. Once your bechamel is done, what you would do is you would add some of your favorite cheeses like American cheese, cheddar cheese to it. Wait for it to melt down and get thickened up. Then you would pour that over some freshly prepared pasta. Put it into a baking dish, top it with more cheese, bake it at 350 in the oven for about 30 minutes, and you've got some beautiful mac and cheese. Another dish you can use it for is Alfredo. You love chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Same basic idea. You're gonna take this right here, this bechamel, and you're gonna add, instead of a yellow cheese, you're gonna add a white cheese like Parmesan and maybe some white cheddar. Melt it down really nice and good until the cheese is incorporated in the whole thing and it's smooth. You'll add that to some freshly made pasta, specifically fettuccine noodles. Fantastic, right? Finally, some home-style gravy. All you're gonna do is take this base of a bechamel, you'll add a whole lot more black pepper to it, and you can add in some of your favorite stock. So if you're having chicken fried steak, add some chicken stock. If you're having, beef roast, you can add some beef stock to it. It's gonna give it that color, that rich flavor. Mix that together with a lot of black pepper, and you've got a delicious home-style gravy. So, now, boys and girls, you have learned how to prepare a basic bechamel from scratch. So you learned what a bechamel is, you've learned how to prepare it, and I've taught you 3 dishes that you can use for utilizing your knowledge of a bechamel. So I encourage you all to not be intimidated by some of your favorite dishes, but if you learn the basics of cooking, you can prepare some amazing comfort foods that will wow your friends. So I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you'll give a bechamel a shot.